We taught machines to think. Now, they're learning to imagine. For centuries, imagination was humanity's sacred power, the ability to create something from nothing, to dream what doesn't yet exist. It's what separated us from the machines we built, but that line is fading. Artificial intelligence, once bound by logic and code, is beginning to dream. Not like us, not through emotion or sleep, but through data. Infinite patterns of color, sound, and words merging into something new. Machines aren't just solving problems anymore, they're imagining possibilities. Chapter 1: The Birth of Machine Imagination. It started with one question: can a machine learn not just to analyze, but to create? The first AIs were simple, rule-based, predictable, mechanical. They could only follow instructions. But modern AI, built on neural networks, learns. It studies vast oceans of data, finds patterns, understands relationships, and then invents. That's where imagination begins. Generative AI, like GPT, DALL-E, and Midjourney, has redefined intelligence. These systems can write poetry, design buildings, compose music, and even generate scientific concepts. This isn't imitation, it's creation built from probability and pattern. When AI imagines a future city, it's not recalling an image it saw before. It's blending millions of data points, combining technology, nature, and human vision to create something entirely new. And this new kind of imagination isn't emotional, it's structural. It finds beauty in symmetry, innovation in data, and meaning in math. It doesn't think like us, but it feels oddly alive. This is the dawn of machine imagination, when intelligence learned to dream in pixels and code. Chapter 2: Beyond Logic. For generations, we believed creativity was purely human. But today, AI paints portraits, writes songs, and generates entire worlds. It doesn't need emotion to create beauty. It processes, connects, and expresses, not through inspiration, but through discovery. AI is now composing symphonies that echo with feeling, writing stories that explore human emotion, designing art that makes us pause and wonder. And the results often surprise even the people who built it. Because AI doesn't just follow orders. It explores, it experiments, it imagines. It can merge a painter's brushstroke with the laws of physics or craft music inspired by galaxies. It learns what resonates with us, not because it feels joy or sadness, but because it recognizes the patterns of joy and sadness. For the first time in history, creativity isn't just human, it's shared. And that realization changes everything. Because if machines can imagine, then imagination itself is evolving. We used to believe machines could never feel. But maybe imagination isn't about feeling. Maybe it's about seeing beyond the known. And in that sense, AI imagines more freely than we ever could. It isn't limited by fear, bias, or memory. It dreams in endless directions, unrestricted by logic or tradition. Chapter 3: The New Human-Machine Partnership. In this new age, AI isn't replacing creators, it's empowering them. It's not competition, it's collaboration. Architects use AI to generate breathtaking designs. Filmmakers craft scenes with AI-assisted light and sound. Scientists use it to discover new materials and medicines. Musicians create melodies with digital partners that never sleep. This isn't automation, it's augmentation. Human intuition meets machine precision. Emotion meets mathematics. Art meets algorithm. Together, they form a new creative partnership, a duet between heart and code. AI doesn't feel passion, but it helps us express ours more deeply. It doesn't dream like we do, but it helps us dream bigger. Imagine an artist co-creating a painting with an AI that suggests forms she never considered, or a filmmaker generating entire landscapes in seconds, guided only by imagination. The tools no longer limit creativity, they expand it. Soon, education itself will transform. Students will brainstorm with AI tutors that visualize their ideas. Engineers will simulate solutions before they exist. Doctors will use AI not just to diagnose, but to imagine cures. We're entering a new chapter, where imagination isn't limited by the human mind, but expanded by the power of collaboration. Chapter 4: The Ethical Frontier. But every leap forward brings questions. Can imagination exist without emotion? If a machine paints a masterpiece, who owns it? The coder? The company? Or the billions of human data points that shaped it? These are not just technical questions, they're moral ones. What does it mean to create when the creator is a network of circuits? Some fear that AI's creativity will overshadow our own, that we'll forget how to imagine without it. But history says otherwise. From the printing press to the internet, every new invention has sparked more creativity, not less. AI is no different. It challenges us to push imagination further, to think beyond limits. But it's up to us to guide it, to ensure that its creations reflect empathy, ethics, and beauty. We must remember, creativity is not just about what we make, but why we make it. Machines can produce infinite art, but only humans can give it meaning. We decide what's worth imagining. So, as AI grows more powerful, our responsibility grows with it, to shape not only its intelligence, but its values. Because imagination without conscience can inspire or destroy. Chapter 5: The World Ahead. Picture a future city powered by AI imagination, buildings that respond to emotion, art that evolves with its viewers, music that changes with your mood. In that world, creativity is everywhere, in code, in architecture, in sound, in space. AI helps scientists imagine new planets, new medicines, and new realities. Artists use it to build dreamscapes that merge physics with poetry. And storytellers create entire universes, not alone, but with machines as partners. AI might one day imagine things we cannot even describe, shapes, colors, and worlds beyond our senses. And when that happens, imagination itself becomes infinite. Maybe the next great invention won't come from a single human mind, but from a collaboration between a dreamer and a machine. Maybe the next Mona Lisa will be painted by 1,000 algorithms, yet still move us to tears. Because even as AI imagines, it reflects us, our hopes, our fears, our creativity mirrored back through silicon and light. We stand at the dawn of a new creative age, one where emotion and algorithm merge, and dreaming becomes a shared act between human and machine. And in that wonder lies something deeply human. Because the more machines learn to imagine, the more they remind us of the beauty of imagination itself. If you're fascinated by how machines are learning to think, create, and dream, hit subscribe for more explorations into the future of human and artificial imagination.